Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Alison, and if you guys are new to my channel and if you guys are into fashion, beauty, lifestyle, foundation review and hauls video, don't forget to click the subscribe button down below and also click that bell button so you get a notification whenever I upload a new video on my YouTube channel. So for today's video, we are testing out another new serum foundation. This is from the brand ILIA True Skin Serum Foundation. It has niacinamide and other good skincare, and this foundation, so if you guys want to see how it works on my semi-oily skin these days around this time of the year, then let's keep on watching. Alright guys, so I did purchase my bottle from the Sephora store and I'm in this shade SF2 and this is my current shade, and I want to give you guys a quick review of this foundation. So again, this is a True Skin medium coverage serum foundation with niacinamide, and it has a really good review on Sephora.com, which is like almost 5-star with 375 reviews. So this foundation, it retails for $54 at Sephora.com and it comes in 1 fluid ounce. So this foundation also has a shade of 30 shade range at Sephora. It is claimed to be a medium coverage, natural finish, best for oily and combo normal skin. Niacinamide is infused in this foundation, and then it is a vegan and clean at Sephora. So this is a weightless foundation with breathable medium coverage and a natural skin-like finish, now with active levels of skincare ingredients. So the skincare ingredients in this foundation, it has a niacinamide, which helps you to smooth and refines an even skin texture. And I believe this is called allantoin. It soothes the look of irritation and redness while supporting your skin's health. It also has aloe to calm, nourish, hydrate, and add a featherweight feel on your skin. So if you guys want to see how this works on my semi-oily skin, then let's keep on watching. Again, a lot of foundation, they say it comes out with serum ingredient infused in the foundation, so I also review another one that is from Kosas. You guys can check it out on the link up here, how it reacts on my skin. So now let's move on to the try on. So for primer today, I already put on my Sisley primer, and for my under eye area, you guys will see it kind of highlighted. It helps to cancel my dark circle, and this is from the Becca under eye brightener. So let's get into the foundation bottle design. So you guys will see it's a frosted glass finish bottle and also comes with a pump, and it has a very minimal looking on the glass bottle. So it says shake well before use. So I do realize there's a lot of serum foundation coming out these days, especially in this summertime, which is weird because serum foundation tends to have more of a light coverage, natural finish. But with someone who has oily skin like me, I want to see how it works throughout the day of this foundation. Alright, right off the bat, this is the foundation. It's quite liquidy. So actually let me put on my concealer, because this is normally what I do with my concealer before my foundation. And then we can go back into our foundation application today. I'm going to blend this with my e.l.f. sponge. So definitely with this foundation, it does feel, with the texture, it does feel quite serum-like kind of texture. You guys can tell from blending it into my skin. Compared to Kosas, which I also, as I mentioned, I already reviewed this would give it a little bit more of a foundation-like, liquid foundation-like texture, but this, it feels like kind of similar to sunscreen texture in a way, but it's probably the serum in it that infused in the foundation. So you guys see I use 2 pump on this side of my face, and it gives me more of a light medium coverage. So I'm gonna see if it acts different on the coverage if I'm using a brush on this side of my face, since again this is more of a liquidy serum foundation. It might give a little bit more of the coverage, so we'll find it out. And the brush that I'm using today is this artist brush. So with the brush finish, I feel like it gives me matte finish. Compared to this side, you guys can see it's quite reflecting. And compared to this side, it's more semi-natural finish, I would say. But I would like to build it up again on this side with a sponge because you don't want to layer way too much product with a brush and it just gives you that straight mark. So I'm gonna work it in. I feel like the foundation doesn't stick onto my nose in a way. You guys can see I don't have any coverage on the tip of my nose because it was quite oily. I'm not sure why. It's a little oily. I'm gonna pat that and reapply. So with this kind of liquid foundation, I do feel like I use quite a lot of product to get me the coverage and kind of have it blend into my skin. So now I'm just gonna blend out my concealer and then I'll give you guys my final look to give you guys my update. But right off the bat, you guys can see this foundation is quite a little sticky to my face and doesn't give me much coverage. So I'm not sure why it's doing that, but I'm just gonna finish with a loosening powder and I'll let you guys know. You guys see I keep blending this foundation into my nose area because it just doesn't stay around my nose area. And if I use my nails, so you guys will see there's marks from my nails scratching my face and it just shows up on my face. So I'm not sure why it doesn't stay. I feel like my concealer coverage and blendability is way better than this foundation. But I'm gonna again finish up my makeup and then I'll give you guys a quick update. I'm gonna give you guys a quick update of this foundation. So I did a very light makeup look today with mascara and only blush. Didn't do any contour. I barely not do contour over blush. So this is a rare time, but I just want to do a very minimal makeup look today. But as you guys can see, this foundation earlier it's more of a natural finish and right now I set it with a loosening powder. It's more of a matte finish now, but I want to see how it holds up throughout the day on my oily skin to see how it reacts if it holds up throughout the day. But I do have an issue of this foundation that doesn't blend in on my nose, the tip of my nose area. I'm not sure is it because the foundation was a little too oily or like serum like in a way that it doesn't stay on top of my nose. And also after I set it with loosening powder, you guys will see my nose area is quite kicky because it doesn't stay into my nose area. So you guys can see here the foundation, it doesn't stay put. It's quite rough, I would say, on my nose area. So right now this foundation is not my favorite. I feel like it doesn't blend into my skin. Instead, it just stays on top and doesn't blend well in my center area. So this is my first impression for the day, but I do want to see if it holds up for the rest of the day with my oily skin texture. And again, I set it with loosening powder. I do this with all of my foundation review because I have more of an oily skin. So with that being said, I'm gonna wear this out through the day and then I give you guys a feedback of this foundation and my reviews. Alright guys, I'm back for the final update of this foundation. So I've been wearing this foundation for about 8 hours, almost 9 hours mark, and this is what it looks like. So I didn't have much expectation with this foundation, but usually with the foundation, if I don't have much like expectation, it usually turns out really good. And if I have expectation with the foundation, usually it will just turn out really bad. So with this foundation, I actually don't have much expectation at the beginning because you guys can see it doesn't blend into my nose and it feels like it just doesn't stay with my skin type or sink into my skin with the foundation. So my problem area with this foundation at the beginning was my nose area. It didn't blend in, and also around my nose that it just caked up with the foundation, doesn't blend in, and you guys can still see there are some patches with the foundation around my nose area. So this is actually why I don't have much expectation with this foundation, but I actually worn this foundation to a hike. I did a hour hike today and I did sweat a little, but not like sweating on my forehead area, like dripping with sweat. I was just like normal sweating with like a fast-paced walking, but we did actually have an incline hike today, so I was sweating like around my neck area. So it didn't really affect my makeup with my sweat, but you guys can see it did get me a little oily within the 6 hours mark on my forehead, and this is usually where I get the oiliest out of like the whole face, and it's gonna get more oilier during the summertime. So you guys can see the oil came through around my between the brows area, but everything else I was surprised it stayed the same. It looks good, except my chin area, which I have some acne gonna pop up soon. So again, I have been dealing with hormones these days because my period, but this area the foundation took off. But other than that, on my chin area and everything else, everything looks good. So I wasn't having much expectation with this foundation again, just because of the initial thought. But again, it just doesn't blend into a certain area of my face, and the foundation coverage is not fully like stay put for the whole day. So my chin area, it doesn't have a perfect foundation, just like what you guys see on my chin area. So with this foundation, I will give it a 7 out of 10, just because the Serum foundation, it gives me again more of a light medium coverage, and it also doesn't blend into certain area on my skin. It feels like it doesn't sink into my skin just because it feels like there's a layer on top of the skin. It's heavier than my normal foundation, and I would say with the coverage and the texture of the foundation, how it feels on the skin, I feel like Kosas, it does a better job. So this, it just doesn't really fit into my skin category. I know if it's for all skin type, but again, I have oily skin and I feel like it would get me a little bit more oily during the summertime. So I feel like this foundation, it doesn't live up to what I'm looking for in a foundation. And you guys know me, I'm very picky about choosing my foundation and concealer just because I'm the person that I need the coverage. I need something that it makes my skin looks good, and because I just have this acne skin going on that I couldn't control, so that is why I'm looking a good base layer to cover up my imperfection, and that is like my expectation with foundation and concealer. So I hope you guys found this review helpful, and unfortunately I don't think this foundation will work for my skin type and for my need. And if you guys have the same issue, or if you guys end up liking this foundation, let me know in the comments down below, because we want to know what is your skin type and how does it work for you. Do you like it? And share with our community here. And again, thank you for watching this video today, and I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.